Hello there. I am in Chile, in Santiago, the capital. It's a lovely place. And I am shooting this from the Airbnb because, as I have already mentioned here, I am a digital nomad. Even though I don't like this terminology, I use it quite a lot, right? And today, it's just a normal day. You know, like sometimes people have this type of idealistic view on traveling, right? Especially in Brazil, because the culture of traveling comes from the idea or the concept of vacations, right? So naturally, one would save up money for a year and a half to go on a 2 week or 1 month trip. 1 month, quite unlikely, maybe a 2 week trip, right? And this is what is considered traveling. So naturally, or most normally. And you see this as a privilege. This is something considered unique and uncommon throughout the year, throughout lives, right? If you're gonna take a year and a half to save up money to have a short vacations and then start traveling, you're not gonna do that a lot of times in your life, right? So whenever I tell people, yeah, I am in a different country now, I am traveling and seeing things around, people think, wow, you must be rich. No, I'm not. I am a teacher. I don't make a lot of money. I am a teacher online. I am just using the post pandemic era in my advantage, right? So the idea of teaching remotely has become extremely popular, even more popular than on site. I see teachers mostly teaching online now, but I don't see a lot of them traveling. And that's the thing. I decided to shift. I decided to start traveling, seeing the world, but also working, right? So, for example, today I'm not doing anything touristic. I'm not sightseeing because I have a lot of work to do. And it's fine. Like, I'm here, I'm gonna stay here over a month, so I'll have plenty of time to see a lot of things. But it's this balance, right? I am still working. I'm just not working from my own hometown, from my own city. I am in Santiago, Chile. And when people ask me, "Oh, what are you gonna do today?" I said, "Well, nothing. I'm gonna work and train Muay Thai and have a normal routine like I used to have in Brazil. That's what I basically do in life. I teach English and train Muay Thai. That's my leisure, and I study languages because I like it, right?" So people are like, "Well, but it's you're in Chile. You should enjoy." I said, "Oh, I am enjoying, but I need to balance work, right?" And that's what is allowing me to be here in the first place. So if I'm not working, I wouldn't be able to be here. And I like this lifestyle because every day I'm talking to new people. I am understanding their culture and not going only to touristic sites. I'm having a normal life here, going every day to the grocery stores, talking to the locals, eating local food, traveling to a neighboring city on the weekends. I've been to two cities already. I have been to a touristic site with only locals that I met. So it's this balance that works. Like, if you decide to become a digital nomad, understand that yes, you'll have to work a lot, sometimes even more, because you cannot predict your budget, right? It's very difficult to foresee how much you're going to be spending when you're traveling to country, right? And it's something that I'm feeling here. Like, Chile, it's way more expensive than Brazil, and I didn't anticipate that extremely well, right? That happened when I went to Uruguay too. Uruguay, it's pretty expensive, but then you figure out. Like, I'm cooking today. I cooked, had a very good meal, and I have already done some plans. So I'm gonna be traveling to another city in the weekend, and that's life. Like, once you become a digital nomad, you really can enjoy and be embedded within the culture while working, and it's fine. A lot of people have this strong desire of, oh, you're in a new country, you need to see everything right now, and then they end up jeopardizing their jobs, they end up jeopardizing their performance, and that can be tough, because you might lose your job or you might not make as much money as you usually do if you are an independent worker, right? Like I work for a company, but I also have my private students. So if I start underperforming and my private students notice that, I will lose my clientele, and I cannot afford to do that, especially here in Chile. So I am working a lot. I think I'm working even more than when I was in Brazil. But the catch is, I am here. So when weekend arrives, I am excited. I want to do everything. In my hometown, I have already done everything that I could and that there is to do. So I really like this balance. And I don't mind having a normal day here in the Airbnb, drinking coffee. This is a shared Airbnb, so there are three people living here: the owner, right, the landlord, me, and one more. And we have a pretty good life here. They're very nice. They're locals, so I learn with them every day. I learn how to speak Chilean Spanish, which is very different. I learn slangs, right, jergas in Spanish, and it's just lovely. The city of Santiago is lovely. So even having small little pleasures throughout the day, going to a coffee place, talking to the locals, enjoying the weather. There's so much you can do even when you're working because you are in a different country. And that's the thing. What allows me to travel, it's also what makes me have a routine. It's my job, right? And I don't mind. I really don't mind having this balance. It took me a while to get used to it, but I've been doing this for over 3 years now. Yeah. Chile is my country number 16. So I usually stay a little long in each country. Here I'm not staying that long, just like a month and something. But I think a month something it's already good to see a lot of things and kind of grasp the culture. I was 6 months in Thailand, 3 months in Vietnam, 3 months and a half in Malaysia. So I was able to 3 months in the UK. So um, what I don't like is to stay only 2 days or 3 days in a country and go to another one and say, oh, I have seen 80 countries, 100 countries in my life. That's not what I like to do. I really like to be in a country, be part and make friendships with locals. I think that's one of the most valuable things about traveling. If I just go to a country for 4 days, I don't know. Of course, you can create very fond memories. I was very briefly in Scotland and Wales, and I have many memories to rekindle from those places. Good food, even though it's a little hard to find the greatest food there, but the Welsh cakes, it's always gonna be in a very special spot in my heart. I love Welsh cakes so much. Yeah. But anyway, what I want to say is if you are a digital nomad, don't feel pressured when it comes to working and this bell like, oh no, I need to finish work today because I want to travel and see everything. Don't rush it. Have your normal routine, build your own business while you're traveling, but work hard. Like I'm working a lot nowadays. Like today I have 8 classes to teach. That's a lot of classes. And I'm not talking about teaching and preparing, just teaching. And then plus preparing the classes and rectifying and contacting students. I'm probably going to work over 11 hours today. And I'm making this video. And I like it because it's what allows me to be here, you know? And on the weekend, I have the full day for myself. And that's it. That's what I like. I just want to be here. I want to keep traveling and plan for my next trip. I don't know which country I'm going to be going to because I improvise everything, but that's what is, nice about it. That's what I love to just be around and talk to different people. So yeah, I think this is more of a message, to the digital nomads with independent businesses. Work hard, try to find your balance and enjoy when you can, but just don't rush it. Don't affect your own business. I have seen a lot of people that start traveling and get comfortable because they have their own clientele and then they start underperforming and then it jeopardizes everything. And then once they are back to their own country, they don't have nothing. They don't have anything, sorry. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed there. If you're a digital nomad or not, if you want to become one, keep in mind working hard is key to keep traveling and enjoying life. So yeah, thank you for tuning in and have a good one.